What's going on? It's Jillene. I am with Tonya at Fitness Xpress. We're at the Moline studio, but they also have one in Davenport. And she has quite the success story that I can't wait to hear about. You lost 110 pounds.
Crazy, huh?
That's an entire person. Tell us a little bit about your journey and where you started with your weight loss.
Well, my highest weight, I was 280 pounds. I had a friend of mine who had took an interest, I guess, in where I was in my health. And she told me, just kind of put some faith in me that I could do it, and told me to just, she would hold me accountable. And that was really all I needed, was to get focused on that. And so in that relationship, I guess, that helped me stay true to my diet. And I lost 70 pounds in about 7 months. And after getting to a weight that I hadn't been at forever, I had gotten comfortable and kind of knew that, hey, I got this thing, you know. And then you just grow comfortable, and, you know, then life got in the way, and pretty soon the weight started to creep back up. And so I got up to 240 pounds, 242 to be exact. And I got hired at Fitness Xpress for their weight loss program.
Wow.
Which I thought was really crazy, because who would hire somebody at 240 pounds to sell weight loss? But they had faith in me as well, and so that kind of kept my nose to the grindstone. And then I'd lost 70 pounds in 7 months here on our program. And with that, I'm down to 175. So it's been a fun journey. It's just all been eating normal foods, grocery store foods. It's based on the 5 main food groups. So I didn't live it hasn't been real restrictive. You know, there's things you got to make choices along the way, but overall, you know, I look back at the things that I've gotten to have, and to lose 110 pounds and still be able to eat like normal people, that's the biggest, you know, greatest thing about it.
Yeah.
So.
What was it like coming in as an employee at the gym at 242 pounds, recruiting people to come in that maybe were your size or bigger or smaller? What was that like? What was the conversation like with people?
It was challenging. It was like, as soon as they walked in the door and I knew they were looking for weight loss, it was like right away I wanted to tell them, you know, like, I'm on this journey and I've lost, you know, X amount of pounds at the time, and wanted them to know, because for me, if I was looking for weight loss and I walked into a program and saw an overweight person running the show, I'd be like, must not work, you know. And so I was very grateful that I got the position, and I didn't want to take it for granted. So I just went to town on the program, and I let people know that we're coming in the door, you know, my journey. And so I think that connects with people. I've been through the struggles. I've lived my whole life overweight. So I know the struggle. I know the manipulation that's involved when you get started on a program, and how you try to win yourself over that you can have this or do this or make these adjustments. And so that's my biggest preach, you know, is for people to not get into that place where they start to manipulate things, and you know, just in the accountability and the motivation that we offer. And so you know, that was the challenge to let people know that it can be done, and you can sit here and watch me do it, and 2 years later I still get members that'll come up and be like, wow, you've really done it. So
what were some of your goals when you came into your weight loss journey? I know that you completed a half marathon. Was that one of your goals? Was that something that you kind of always wanted to do? I mean, being overweight your whole life, or what did you want to get out of this? Was that something kind of that you wanted to do at the end of your journey, or how did the half marathon come?
I had no dreams of running.
Nobody does.
No, I never ran, never thought of it. Races, I never could understand it, because I was ignorant to the whole fitness world anyway. And I thought, why do people run those races when there's thousands of people? They're not going to win. You know, I thought it was all about winning. And so some of the trainers that were here at the time, they ran a lot, and they were going to be doing some half marathon. And so we just, through those conversations and that kind of thing, they kind of put that seed in me, you know, planted that. And so I had settled on one in Vegas, and I thought, I've never been to Las Vegas. I've never been a runner, so let's combine the two. It was a race at night, and so I got to training for that. And next thing I know, I'm running 13.1 miles in Las Vegas. So
wow.
It was quite an accomplishment. I don't know as if I have any desire to do it again, but...
what was the feeling like at the finish line when you crossed that finish line and you've been overweight your whole life, you don't like running, and you crossed that finish line. What was that feeling like? I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
It was awesome. I don't even know if I can explain it. It was just, it was like even still today, I'll just be in awe. I'll see my banner where I'm at 280 pounds and, and see the victory of the marathon run. I've got that on the postcards for the flyers for this weight loss challenge. It still overwhelms me that I ran for 2 hours. I ran it in 2 hours and 47 minutes, and I'm like, who runs for that long? It's just amazing. So,
well, if you have goals, like maybe you're not a runner or you're oblivious to the fitness world, you have something that can help people walk in the door at Fitness Xpress. It's a weight loss challenge happening this summer. Can you tell me more about that? It starts on July 1st.
Yep, they have to be enrolled in our program and ready to go to weigh in on June 30th. We're taking appointments now. The appointments they're called a metabolism evaluation that we're doing to get people started. Then that's just going to let us know what their goals are, what they're currently doing, that type of thing. And then the weigh-in, like I said, is on June 30th, and that goes through October 1st. So the contestant that loses the most body weight percentage wins the contest. We're giving away 2 tickets for cruise and airfare included in that.
For a Caribbean cruise. A cruise plus airfare for you and a friend.
Right.
Just for losing the weight that you already wanted to lose.
Yeah. I'm looking for primarily the contestant that has nobody else to take with them so that I can go.
Okay. So, or we could arm wrestle for it.
That's good. That'd be great.
So if somebody comes in here and they want to join the program, what can they expect?
Well, our program in itself has, we just base off the 5 main food groups. So we have phases that we put them through to help retrain their metabolism. So again, it's all normal grocery store food. Mm-hmm. We've got one-on-one coaching available for them to help with their nutrition. That they can meet with that coach 2 to 3 times a week, depending on their needs. They're about 10 minutes coaching sessions. Then once every 2 weeks, they meet with an exercise coach, basically. Mm-hmm. And that person is just going to acclimate them to everything in the gym. We're going to give them homework to do, so they're always working on a different thing in the gym to get their best results. So we're making sure they're not eating the same things over and over again, and we're making sure they're not doing the same exercises over again. And we're introducing them to new things, different ways to do their exercise, and just keeping them in check that they are progressing.
So it sounds like it's really a partnership.
Totally.
You're not just coming into the gym and you see a bunch of equipment that you don't know what to do with. It sounds like you're coming in, you get to talk to Tonya or one of the other great coaches that you guys have here, and you've already been on the journey.
Yes.
So I mean, for somebody that's looking to lose 100 or plus pounds, that's a hefty goal, and it's scary. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to come in here. You're going to have people who have walked in your shoes before. Mm-hmm. And you're going to be able to reach those goals.
Yep, and I'll take them to classes. I mean, some of them are intimidated to do classes, and that's not a requirement. People think that, I can't do classes and I can't work out that hard. We meet you where you're at. We're not going to expect if you're at a beginner level of exercise that you're going to come in and bust it out like Biggest Loser, that type of thing. But we're definitely going to work on your progression and get you to where you need to be to get
This
the
isn't the
results.
ranch. This is real life.
This is life.
Were you intimidated when you first walked into a gym and when you first decided, okay, I'm going to do this? I mean, how scary was that for you?
It was very scary, but what I kept in mind was The Biggest Loser, watching. I'm like, all the country's been watching these big, huge people work out and dying on the fitness floors, So I'm like, they've seen this. I'm not showing them anything new. I'm 280 pounds out working in the... So I'm like, I just had to keep that in mind, not worry about what you look like, just get the job done. So
if somebody was, if they've been teetering on this idea of, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to lose, maybe it's that extra 20 pounds that you can't get rid of, but maybe it is one of those, 80 pounds, 100 pounds or more. And if you could say one thing to them to get them inside this door, not only because you can win a cruise for losing the weight that you already wanted to, but what would you say to get them inside?
They just have to make that decision. A lot of people are looking for that person, somebody to make them do what they have to do. And we're here as much as we can for that, but they have to make that decision in themselves to stay with that, because I was 2 minutes away from giving up. I always say I was 2 minutes away from giving up and accepting what I had been dealt. This is my life. I've been struggling with my weight loss my whole entire life. I better start finding some peace with it, because I wasn't happy. And so 2 minutes away from giving up when that friend came along, and my life is completely different now. I mean, the quality of life is so different at 175 pounds versus 280 pounds. So different. So if I can say anything, it's so worth it. It's so worth it to go through the journey and have those results at the end, that you're not winded when you go across a parking lot, or that you can actually run, you know. And running's not everybody's dream. It wasn't mine. But I still do it. I still do it to keep my endurance up, but different life.
Other than running the half marathon, like you had that goal and completed that, what's something that you can do now at the weight that you're at that was never something you could do when you were 280 pounds? Just something maybe that we wouldn't even think of.
Well, I always look at it in my workouts alone, which is not what the regular everyday average Joe wants to hear, but what my body can do now, I do a workout. We have a small group fitness program here, or small group personal training program here called GRIT, and it's high intensity interval training, and it is so, like, not just anybody can do, you know, you have to be at a level, I guess, and just the things that we do in that is just amazes me that I can push through and do it. I've improved my jump 6 inches in the last couple of months. So used to only be able to jump and get off the ground, you know, so far, and I improved that by 6 whole inches. So
cool.
That was kind of lame, but
well, you look
cool.
Fantastic. You look fantastic, and your story really is powerful. I mean, for somebody that's been overweight their entire life, I mean, for them to hear your story, I really hope that it sinks in with them, and that they know that they're not alone, and that this is somewhere that they can come, and that they can go on their own journey.
Yeah.
And we're going to give you a chance to do that. They can sign up to win a 14-day kind of guest pass to come in, sort of check things out, get familiar. So what you need to do is we're going to put a link on so that you can register and send in the keyword, let's go with cruise. Because if you join the Summer Weight Loss Challenge, keep that in mind, you could win a cruise for 2 people. And if you don't have somebody to go with, we'll figure that out. But a cruise for 2 people. So send in the keyword cruise, and you could win a 14-day guest pass to Fitness Xpress. They're in Moline, right by the Hy-Vee off the Avenue, and Davenport off of Brady Street. So really easy to find. Is there anything else that you'd like to add for people, or any thoughts or comments?
Just that they want to get enrolled in that by the 30th of June. So
by the 30th,
time's
okay.
really crunched.
Really coming up soon.
Right. But anything beyond that, I mean, we definitely have got some great programs here. This program is ongoing forever, so I mean, it's something that they can get plugged in at any
But to
time.
be in the running for the cruise, you've got to sign up by June 30th, so you don't have a whole lot of time. We'll put the contact information up and everything like that too. So thank you for sharing your story. It was really great to hear. You look amazing, and I'm sure you've inspired a lot of people, and
hope so.
we'll continue to do so. So thanks.
Uh-huh.